Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another RichTheMan video. This one is going to showcase some really cool matches yesterday, paired up with Kenobi and Dorky Diggity Dave himself, Dork Lessons, who's utilising the Hurricane Flail weapon. And Kenobi, I believe, was using the Vibranium Shield of Cap. And we'll just roll some footage of some really cool games, some stuff that happens, nice comeback, and also talking about like strategies and things and how this stunning, bleeding, and slowing combination worked really, really well. So here we go with the footage, and I've really been enjoying of late my Black Panther. Oh my god, start this video like this. Black Panther. God, I can't speak. So this is one of the very earlier games, and just like showcases, like one thing that I was at times, I do get very kind of like too excited with the champion, and I do like to rush in at times, especially to like do these mammoth amounts of damage. But you can really see the combination there with the Hurricane Flail by Dave, but also kind of like swelling them up, like they're slowing them down, and also just like blasting them away, which helps out a lot. But also Kenobi's use of the stunning, which is just so on point and so good when it's like stunning the enemy and keeping them just like locked in place. They can't move. I'm going to bleed them. I'm going to damage them. I'm going to do all the stuff that I need to do right there and then. And as well with the Fury buff to everybody means that this just works so darn well. And I love the combo. And like there was kind of like mistimed by me. I could have timed my SP3 better to then try and maximize the stunning, or kind of like wait until the enemy are kind of like done. I swiped away for the evade. Then when the enemy came down, so the Hulk came down to the SP3, I then could have then stunned on him so that everybody who was stunned on my team could at least have the opportunity to then smack the enemy. But Matt, look at the SP3 coming in and the damage increase that it gives the buff to the team. I'm back in time because that's the other thing as well. Holding up play, allow me to come back. Hulk's also there. This is a relatively good start. The next match we're going to have a look at is like it's a terrible start, absolutely awful. But there's an amazing fight back. So that was good. We just took on the enemy there. Now Kenobi's being chased, unfortunately. Just trying to get with his Hulk. Great stun, but that's the thing. As soon as that stun comes in, we capitalise on that. So that was nice. And there's that SP3 coming in. We're knocked down. Good stun as well that helps out massively, keeping us all alive in the game. We get a cheeky cap. I'm going with the SP3, SP2, and then I'm just trying to do as much damage as possible. Because that's the thing, you never know when you're going to come back at the Bodok. So you need to try and do as much damage as possible. Could I have held off with my special attack? Yeah, of course I could have. I could have waited for my SP3 to then come back into the game to then do more. But I just decided, you know, it's probably best just do as much damage as possible just in case. Good, just holding up play. Oh, that's great. See, do you see the combinations there? The Flail from Storm. Dave has just wrapped them all together as my SP1, my Kinetic Shield, explodes. And that just did a nice amount of damage. I've got a synergy that improves the cooldown of the Kinetic Shield, which is massively helpful for me. And we go in, smashing a lot of damage. Again, as I said, SP3 well used. Out the game, 100%. Absolutely smashed out. Great to see. Next game. Also, there are times while we did this run that, you know, we were getting beat as well. Not to say that, like, you know, we're playing perfectly. Things go wrong, right? Things go wrong. I'm not really trying to, with these videos, I'm not trying to present that, you know, oh, everything's perfect. Because it's not. Like, things go wrong. You face off against people more powerful than you. Maybe people that have got like a bit of a fighting edge or kind of like well synchronized and know what they're doing. But in other times, situations like this, where you're kind of going, oh, what's happening here? You know, it's a 3-on-1, it's a 3-on-2 situation. Something didn't go as according to plan. I may choke. I definitely going to have some issues here. Circling back, kind of waiting for a moment, waiting for that. Just finding the good opportunity right there to throw that SP3 didn't work, you know. And yeah, as I said, things happen. Sometimes things happen. You know, Dave's got a very kind of like difficult situation. He makes the cap, which is good. His first blood goes to us. But again, things can change. It's annoying really to get a fire from my SP3. I'm finding at times things being interrupted, SPs being interrupted seems to be a thing. Who's got right of way and priority? Even then, like that's what I try to do then. Just get one out. Get one of these out of the game. Too aggressive from me here. Too aggressive. Shouldn't have done it. I've only got myself to blame there. That's... And this is something throughout the day, kind of like learning to kind of like pick and choose my times of when to come in. But when I do and I time it right, and we've got some stunned enemies and things are working well, I like it. It's great. It's great to see like huge amounts of damage being dealt in a very short space of time, especially because my Black Panther's built very attack power centric, with a little bit of light power improvement, but also some specific things like the my SP1 improvements and bleed power as well. I'm being absolutely I'm being taken to school right here with stuff. Two separated out. I decided to help out Dave instead of like going to help out Kenobi. Should have kind of like gone and helped out Kenobi. Get that one out of the game. Waiting to focus fire that. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about there. Interruption. That SP must have had more of a priority than mine. So I don't get that. So I'm right in that moment, I'm staying on the outskirts because I didn't want to get knocked out. I wanted to at least have two in, or at least I could do a distance heavy attack. So we kind of like, again, get in. We get second blood. So things are going well. But the thing is, with things going well, they can turn nasty all of a sudden. But as I said, it's great using Black Panther. We get that off. But I'm just taking damage. And I'm out distance going like, I need to pick up some health. So I'm going to drop back, go over to the left-hand side. They're coming to the left-hand side. I'm kind of thinking like, I just threw that. Maybe I shouldn't have done. Maybe I should have tried to focus fire some stuff. I don't know why that didn't at least take him out there. There should have been a little bit of bleed damage done. The game didn't like me to do that. And it just feels like, you know, when stuff goes wrong, stuff goes wrong. 3 of them are now coming to attack our enemy champion, and we'll put it down quite a bit. 50%. Yeah, that's not too bad, but it's not good. Because the thing is, we have got to win this. I come in a bit too aggressively, as I'm being focus fired by the Spidey. Down 50% of my health. Not good. It's not good to see. And that's the thing. You've got to keep your head in the swivel, and yeah, that's not good. Came in, Cap did a special, stunned. I'm on the outskirts here, trying to keep alive. Zooming back, trying to do a bit of that. Again, if I went up one way or the other way, they were all going to come the same way. So I don't know. This is the thing. As I said, when things go bad, they go really bad. So we're all back in again. I think this is going to be just about saved. Very close. I think a last minute stun was put in by Kenobi, thank God. And that saves us. So that little action, if you saw the Techno video on Wednesday, yesterday, or whenever I'm posting this, the punch probably was the saving grace. I get knocked out because they focus fire me, which is good and bad at the same time. It's good because they've used all their specials, but it's bad because I'm out of the game. But further good is I'm actually going to be back in 10 seconds. I will get back before the Spidey. We have to win this. Because this is the thing. If we don't win this particular capture, it's over. So we need to come back. And sharpish. Health is it's getting lower. That Spidey is going to be back anytime soon. He's coming back now. And I'm just literally coming in and just doing as much damage as possible as I possibly can. Cat with the SP3. Dave is on the outskirts at the moment doing what he needs to do. Great work, by the way. Great work doing that. Keeping on the outskirts of the area and keeping your distance means that, you know, they're occupied. And it's a 1v1 situation as opposed to anything else. I'm desperately needing my my special to come back, SP1. My kinetic shield is back up quickly. And it's just a race. And oh my God, on the last hit, I managed to grab it. That's how close that was there. And then we're going to like try and do as much damage as possible before the timer runs out. 1%. That's how that sucks. Because like I fought back there, we fought back there. Dave kept on the outside of the area, keep shooting at distance, which is amazing because that meant that it wasn't a 2-on-1 situation. It was a 1v1 situation. And this is the thing. This is the fight back now. We want to win this badly. I go into my kinetic shield. They do their thing. I see the health. I'm going towards it, or at least trying to. I'm backing off out of the area and then coming back in again. I see what the Spidey's doing. I'm grabbing the health, and kinetic shield explodes, does a bit of damage. Come over to the far right hand side where it's a 3v1 situation. Hit out by that flail by Dave, and then it's now on to victory. Lovely. That was a comeback. To end all comebacks. That's probably the best fight you're going to see of the footage today. Very good. We did outweigh them in kind of gear rating, but that's the thing. Just goes down to like whatever happens, and you've got to keep your head on the swivel, especially in that last minute situation. Love that. Again, this is the next match. Love that. So if you didn't see, Dave grouped together that thing that kind of sucks them in together to like a vortex. And I was able to kinetic shield explosion and did damage. I'm going over to the left hand side, grabbing the health, which is kind of like good strategy to do. Stops the enemy getting it. Just grab it. At the end of the day, you can hold it for people, but at the same time, it's best to just get it, especially if enemies are near. 3-on-1 situation. W there. Hitting especially straight into the SP3, going to SP2, SP1, as much damage as possible. I try and aim or hope for aiming about like 45% because it just means that then it's more than likely, or more than 45%, because it means that you'll be able to, it's a 2 capture smash kind of situation on the Bodok. Love it though. Okay, SP1 up. Enemy champion is into their thing. I decide not to go in with my SP1 still active just because I just don't want to risk it just in case. But that's the thing. This is why I love this game. It's so intense with stuff happening. I'm going over the right-hand side to grab the health. Dave understands that. And now I'm going to go with my SP1. I'm going to go... Did I use my SP3? No, I don't. Good. I was wondering whether or not to use it. I'm definitely going to use SP3 right... Well, I was going to use SP3 there without being hit by the enemy. Hit as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, down to 12%. It was only 2 of us there, and I was impeded, which is annoying. Amazing work by Kenobi coming in, putting in the stun. And then we go, we're grouping together. That's Dave's Flail coming in and is doing the business. SP1 has exploded, and I'm trying to hammer down that SP1. Trying to like, come on, work. And we get the win. Just as simple as that. Great games, great fun. Shout out to Kenobi and shout out to Dave, Dorky Diggity Dave, Dork Lessons. And this is why I'm going to be working towards trying to get that Hurricane Flail. It's so good. But I would say that if I'm pairing it with Dave, I would rock something different or a different champion, just to kind of bring up that different diversity and coverage of champions, especially because things work. Kenobi in with a Vibranium Shield, adding in that Fury buff, and as well the stuns, working well with my explosion of my Kinetic Shield, which is just so important when you're looking to maximize the damage side of things. So with the SP1 coming in and dealing crushing damage to adjacent enemies, and the suit explodes. So yeah, that's just what I'm trying to work with. Great with the stuns, as I said, with the Vibranium Shield, with the SP2 and yeah, I think the SP1 with the Vibranium one as opposed to the Arc one, and Dave with whatever the Flail does, which I do need to get the Flail, but it's just I'm just waiting for the rare one. And then I'm going to grab that because it just looks like a really cool piece of weaponry. But yeah, that's a lovely combination. Really enjoying playing with my my Black Panther. And more work to yet do with her. I will be doing some more guides on champions down the line, but I like these kind of like gameplay type videos where we get to kind of talk about stuff that works, stuff that doesn't. There were people that beat us. Yeah, shout out to the people that beat us. Well done. But, you know, and shout out to the people that unfortunately we had the better gear rating because that did kind of have an impact. But as well, it's down to strategy and playing the best you can. So shout out to everybody. Much love and see you all very soon. Bye-bye.